Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question tonight is, who is Austin Gatlin-Holt working for? This guy has been, well, this character has been on the show for like, we'll sit there and say maybe a year or about a year, give or take. And I'm going to be honest, when he first came on board, I was curious. I was interested to see when the story was going to go as far as, him versus the Quartermains. And of course, after a while, it's like they just kind of dropped that story. Another story, just on a side note that they dropped, was the whole Drew and Victor thing as far as the tarot card and if he's deprogrammed or not. Does anyone even know if Drew is deprogrammed? Or can Victor just at any point in time use his card? Um, does he have the real card? What happened with that storyline? Because I feel like I don't even remember what happened with it. I feel like they just kind of just dropped it and then blah. But just going back to Austin for a minute, what was he working for? We found out that, he was a lot shadier afterwards, after he just stopped with the whole Quartermain thing. And I think it's been like 2 months. Now we're getting this Mason character that keeps calling him cuz. He's like, you got to go back to the family fold. I'm like, bro, what is this family fold? What is like who's calling these shots? Why you keep sitting there doing this? You keep talking about, oh, I'm done. I'm not gonna sit there and help anymore. And then we see him today. He's on the phone. Yeah, I took care of him free of charge. What's good, Black Man? How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's always good seeing you in the chat. How you doing tonight? It just occurred to me. Well, it occurred to me before, but I kind of forgot about it. Is Lanikia, is she doing a live stream? Because I know sometimes she does live streams on Fridays. Black Man, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I actually have to start going to sleep more on time. I mean, I gotta start having some more discipline when it comes to us going to sleep because I had to be up at 4 this morning and it was rough. And I mean, like, rough. So, like, right after the live stream, because usually I'll sit there and try to watch, like, B&B or Days for a little bit before I go to sleep. But tonight, once I'm done with the live stream, I am calling it a wrap. What's good, Spider Quake? How you doing today? I just want to check something. I'm trying to see if Lanikia is on tonight because I know she sometimes she sometimes does live streams. How you doing tonight, Spider Quake? It's like I type in General Hospital reviews, and usually, well, let's see, you got Brock. Mine, wow, okay, I'm actually right on the Brock TVs. Like when I type in what you call it, Brock got a hoodie on in one of his reviews, but I don't know. Okay, all right, Spider Quick. What games you playing? What games? What system? I'm curious. But thank you for joining. I know playing games and stuff like that. Um, yeah, and I need to get better as far as like especially well, I need to start doing it in general, but definitely tonight though. Like Greg says, I'm playing WWE 2K 2022, but I'm playing GTA 5 and stuff. Okay, cool. Spider Quick, I haven't played GTA in such a long time. I think it's been like months since I last played. But it's like now, whenever I do like get a chance to play like any games, it's on the weekends. Like it's literally Saturday and Sundays. So, but I'm fine with that because I enjoy doing what I'm doing. But yeah, what's going on with Austin and his character as far as like I feel like we're not going to get anything done until like mid December. And then we may get who Austin is working for. Spider Quick says I play PS4, PS4, Wii, Switch, PS2, Xbox 3 system. Oh, I have a lot of systems. Okay, cool. Interesting that you went with the old school PS2 and 3. As Spider Quick says, I meant to say PS4 and PS5. Also, Maxi suspicious of Austin. Yeah, I forgot to sit there and write that. I forgot to sit there and say that in the review because she was like, "Yo, what's been going on? Like you doing something shady?" But then she was just like, "Oh, well, you're avoiding me." What's good, Crystal Williams? Thank you for joining. How you doing tonight? I was simply trying to find out if Lanikia is actually doing a live tonight. Because I know sometimes that she does a live, like she draws a crowd in there. Spike Quick says, I think my parents had PS2 before PS4 was. Oh, okay. Okay, all right, yeah. Definitely showing my age there, but that's okay. I love when I'm trying to look at something on Instagram and it goes there. I can't. Let me turn on the volume because I don't want to sit there and be playing somebody else's stuff in the background. But I really want to know, is Lanikia live? Is she going on live? Okay. And so she's not on live. I don't know. It's also Friday, so I know people are probably going out tonight. So there is that. But, large crowd, small crowd. I just enjoy people coming on and chopping it up or whatever. Um, Spikewick says Thanksgiving weekend. Thanksgiving weekend. Okay, that's true too. That is true too. I didn't think about that. Also, I know James is doing something tonight. He has one of his events. I don't exactly remember what it is, but I know he or JLJ Media. He has something going on tonight too. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on. Um, I know a lot of people was. Oh, Janet. Okay, how you doing, Janet? Thank you for stopping by for a few minutes. How are you doing tonight? How is it up there in Texas? I'm sorry, I only said you're, in Texas because you said it before. Janet says long weekend. Okay. Janet, I'm hoping that it's a fun weekend, but it doesn't sound. Oh, Janet says cold in the 40s. Yeah, out here too. New York is getting kind of brisk. It's getting brisk. I think that's really why I started appreciating Starbucks so much more. Oh, Blackmon says James doing his drinking mixer on Zoom. Okay. Janet says Friday chats are tough. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Spider Quick says I have my jacket on today. Yeah, it's been cold. Krista says, oh, city you're in. Oh, I'm in New York City. I'm in New York. It is brisk out here, and I appreciated Starbucks so much this morning, because I was so tired. I was so tired. Um, but no, Jenny, yeah, that's true. Friday chats are definitely tough because people are out and about. So I mean, I don't exactly expect to get like a large turnout, but I love talking to whoever's on here, and just putting my thoughts out there in general. And I know some people, even if they don't watch the video, they don't watch the stream. Sometimes they watch um, they watch the after part. They watch the video afterwards. Now, Krista says, "Live in the city by the water." Oh, but I mean, Krista, is it cold where you're at right now? Spider Quick says, and why I want to stay in forever. Okay. Janet says B&B was, what's your prediction? Oh, I didn't get a chance to watch B&B today, Janet. But, I mean, Janet, in all reality, I'm pretty sure that secret's going to come out by the time the wedding is. By the time that wedding goes on, that secret's going to come out. Oh, Kristen, you're in New York. Okay, so, oof. And it's particularly cold for you. I am sorry to hear that, Kristen. But yeah, no, Jen. I was thinking about that too. I was like, watch if Thomas sends Douglas to boarding school just to keep that secret. Blackmon says, Albert, you're the best, and I am glad you're doing lives almost every day. Yeah, thank you, Blackmon, thank you. Like I said, Blackmon, it was James or JLJ Media that inspired me to do these lives because saw him do it, seeing him do it and stuff like that. I was like, I'm gonna start doing some lives. Um, so I got to sit there and thank James for that because he really inspired me to do it. And of course, Rock TV inspired me to do my um, YouTube channel, soap opera channel. So I met some really good people in here. Spider Quick says same. Spider Quick says 5 people in the chat. I'm like, yeah, 6 people now. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate you being here. I know that you probably busy doing stuff and everything like that. So I appreciate you just popping in. Even if you were just listening, I would just appreciate you being here. So I want to thank you. And I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. Um, so Black Mom, what is your weekend like? What do Black Mom, I don't think I've ever actually asked you, what soaps are you watching right now? Kenya's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. What do you think of the soap so far, Kenya? I don't know if you're busy, Black Man. I know sometimes you may just be listening, but if you tune in or whatever, let me know what soaps you. Oh, okay, Black Man, you're watching all of them. Okay, cool, 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 cool. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like even after Billy, because this is yesterday, after Billy told Lily, which sounds so stupid when I say it out loud, but when he told her about Chelsea's that what happened to Chelsea, it's like Lily still kept giving him attitude. What's good, Queen of the South? Thank you for joining. I'm doing good, Queen of the South. How are you doing tonight? How are you doing tonight? Um, but yeah, it's like she still seemed like she was giving him flack. I'm like, are you kidding me? Spiderquake says, so we got confirmation of the Ice Princess. Yeah, Spiderquake. They said it was a piece of the Ice Princess because we know that the Ice Princess, well, whatever that is, the original one is with the WSB. Kenya says only caught some clips for GH today. Not motivated enough to watch. Yeah, Kenya, what other soap operas do you watch besides GH? Spiderquake says Victor's overheard. Yes, that's true. Of course, Queen of the South. I'm always gonna ask how you're doing. I care about you, just you in general, and I want to thank you for your support, and I want to thank everyone for your support. Um, just in general. He says rough week health wise, but this has been the highlight of my day. Thank you, Kenya. I appreciate that. I hope I hope it gets. I hope that health wise it's you start to improve, or it's you start to feel better. And I want to thank you for being here tonight. That means a lot to me. Um, but yeah, no, Kenya, I get it. GH has been. Uh, Kenya says I checked for B&B and YNR, but not as consistent as GH. Okay. Yeah, no, Kenya. Yeah, I get it. B&B and YNR is it has its own momentum, which is really slow at times. But I will give YNR this. They have been it seemed like it's been a lot more interesting lately than it's been in a very long time. Oh, Audra still acting like a creep, by the way. I'm like, yo, what in the hell is wrong with you? Like after Noah told Ali about Audra and the fact that she miscarried, which at this point somebody was pointing out, we don't even know if that's true. Karen is in the chat. How you doing tonight, Karen? I'm doing well. I am diehard Sam fan, but today she was so hard to watch. What was she exactly Karen? She didn't do anything today. She literally did not do anything today. She got paid for nothing. Nothing got accomplished with her. Yes, Spider Quick. Yeah, people are coming in. Spider Quick says I'm not looking forward to Thanksgiving that much. Any particular reason why, Spider Quick, if you want to share? Isaiah says B&B absolutely sucked right now. I haven't seen Y&R in a while, but it seems like it's actually have some interesting stuff. I'm like, yeah, Isaiah, that's very true. That is very, very true. I'm thoroughly impressed with Y&R, Isaiah. Did Rich and Haley get a hitch? I'm not sure. Kenya, I didn't actually watch today's episode yet. I'm behind on, well, if I was to watch, I didn't actually watch Y&R and B&B today. I was trying to think about how should I say it. Fight Quick says one of my cousins is the reason. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, Fight Quick. I'm not gonna sit there and be a person that asks you like a lot of questions about it, but I'm sorry to hear that though. I mean, hopefully, well, Spike Quick, hopefully, Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas, would be a little bit better. What's good to have, Lynn? How you doing tonight? You too, dear Havlin. You too. I plan on having a good weekend. Spike Quick, just too much complaining. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Spike Quick, hopefully Christmas will be a little bit more better if you celebrate Christmas. Crystal Williams says yes, why not? Yes. Yes, Crystal. Out of all the soap operas, I mean, granted, Days has been killing it. I love today's episode of Days, but Why Not has been impressing me because, well, he usually doesn't. What's good, Mel? How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Mel, what'd you do of Days today? Like Quick said, dude in treatment program for eating disorder. Oh, yeah, that's tough. That's tough. I'm sorry to hear that's very quick. What's good, Makai? How you doing tonight? Kenya says, I saw your review on Tuesday. Sam sure didn't do anything for Trina. How could Spinelli not find anything? But I made a mistake of watching old school clips and Spinelli should have. Exactly. Kenya, exactly. And yeah, Sam didn't do anything. She was just there. Oh, it was good. Well, how you doing tonight, Sandy Moon? Thank you for joining us. I hope you had a good day. Yes, Mel, Days of Our Lives was excellent today. I was thoroughly impressed with Days. Oh, and Jonathan, I know he was in the chat yesterday. He recommended that I watch this sword fight between Andre and John, and I was like, for a soap opera fight scene, I was thoroughly impressed. And I was also mad because I'm like, man, Days of Our Lives, it seemed like that was the show to watch back then. I mean, GH was too, so it's not like. I mean, in all reality, I should have just been watching GH and Days. Maybe not so much One Life Left. I don't know. Spider Quick says he thinks he's gonna get so fat and always complaining about how he no want to eat and stuff like that. But Anna on her own. Yeah, I forgot. There's a clinical thing that they call that Spider Quick. I can't remember what it is. Blackman said, "How about you see next week?" No, Blackman. Shakira actually sent me the promo, so I'm definitely gonna watch it. Now Isaiah says, "I wonder if NBC Days replacement is still tanking in the ratings. You know what, Isaiah? It probably is. It probably is. But you know what? That's good on Days. I'm glad it got saved. Ooh, Jay Carly is in the chat. So Laura and Robert set up Holly. Yes, they did. And the fact that Holly got tricked like that is it's so like really. I don't know. I expect back from Holly. Makai says, I want that Daniel Phillips' son is coming back on Why Not next week. Oh, for Thanksgiving. Interesting, Makai. Why Not has been actually killing it this week. I mean, it's not like it's super exciting, but it's really interesting. Mel says it did not take Steve and Kayla long to find Trip, and I like that dress up for the yeah, Mel, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Kayla got some curves. I mean, that accent, I felt it was so disrespectful. What's good, Tracy Steves? How are you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Hope you had a good day. What's good, Freddie? Thank you for joining. I hope you had a good day as well. This is awesome. Thank you, everyone, for joining. This is uh, y'all will make my night, to be honest. Kenya says, wonder if Danielle and Lily could be recounted on why not. You know, at this point, Kenya, I wouldn't be too surprised. She keeps giving Billy shade even after he told her the reason why he's been doing what he's been doing. Karen said, this is sort of Snores November sweeps week on GH. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Karen. Tracy says, I'm good. Day was great. I'm glad to hear that, Tracy. I'm glad you had a good day. Mel says I watched The Young and the Restless next Monday. Oh, okay. You skipped ahead. Okay, Mel. Spikequake says I feel like Robert's not gonna tell no one she's working with Victor. And you know that'd be a shame, Spikequake. The Halfling says Sam had Dante's sister, but she died. Go Sam. She loved the Corinthos. Yeah, dating Sonny's son. What? No. Now, Jay Carly says, did they ever say what Victor had on Holly to make her help? No. No, Jay Carly. It's still a mystery. At this point, we're still all guessing that it's probably Ethan. The hell? Freddie says, okay, I'm glad you're doing good, Freddie. Thank you for joining tonight. How you feeling about your soap opera so far, Freddie? That's some strong win. Now Mel says Adam asked Sally to marry him. What? When she is with Nick at Noah's Club. What? Wow. Okay. Now Adam has lost his mind. Now Spider Quick says, how would you want Jerry Jacks to return? I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, obviously, Spider Quick, I want my guy Jerry Jacks to return, but I mean, first of all, if he returns, they're gonna have to sit there and kick out some people. They're gonna have to send some people to the curb. I know that much. Quick, Chris says young Lily was a piece of work. So adult behavior so adult behavior is expected. Hmm. Interesting spot, Crystal. I saw younger pictures on as far as her being on a show. Crystal, she's been on the show for a hot minute, for a while. Spike Quick says, "Who's awesome working for?" Exactly, exactly. That's exactly what I posted. That's exactly the question I posted tonight. Thank you, Black Mind. Yeah, we got 24 people in the chat. We got 12 likes. So if you can sit there and hit the like, that definitely does help me out, and I really would appreciate that. I do appreciate it. I appreciate being here, but hitting the like button also does help with the algorithm. Trust me. Thank you, Black Mon. I mean, Spider Quake, I would sit there and say maybe Julian Jerome. Um, I mean, Olivia Jerome. My bad. Freddie says I think some storylines are about to come to an end, like the Nina and Willow story. Hopefully, Freddie. Hopefully. Spider Quake says, "OMG, I didn't know that was the title." Thank you, Kenya. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, so quick. It's just like, what people are thinking like could possibly be who Austin is working for. Thank you again, Ken. Yeah, I appreciate that. Mel says, watch the tonight's episode for the Young and Restless, new one for Monday. Yeah, Mel, sometimes I actually will watch the episode a day ahead on Sundays, do like a review for it, for Monday's review. But it's so tricky and dicey, especially when I'm doing a review, because it's like I get mine from a source, and the source sometimes isn't reliable. Even when I type in the correct date, it's so weird. I actually haven't had ice cream in like 2 days, and it's just been so cold. I mean, today, I don't know what's going on with today. It's like my heat was just taking so long yesterday. Like I felt like it was so cold that it also helped. It also made it hard to sleep. Krista says Austin may be working for someone new. Yeah, Crystal, that could be the case too. But I feel like they wouldn't have just dropped Olivia Jerome's name if it wasn't, if they weren't gonna sit there and like go back to it and use it. So I mean that's just a guess. Maybe like an 85% guess. Tracy said it's cold here too. Okay, Tracy, where are you from again, if you don't mind me asking? I mean, you don't have to give exact location, but like, 'cause I'm in New York, so it's cold AF. Now says Sally told Nick that she did not want alone, but sleeps with him. So that is a called a transactional thing. Yet, Mel, I haven't watched B&B that long, but I know that Sally is a hot mess, and I don't understand how you one minute you're like, oh, I don't want to have money, I don't want to borrow money from you, but I have no problem sleeping. Like what? Tracy says from Cal, but I'm in AZ by the mountains where it's slow sometimes. Oh, okay, interesting. I mean, Tracy, do you like the cold weather? Because I was going to sit there and say I'm sorry to hear that, but if you like the cold weather and stuff, then maybe that's actually a good thing. Krista says thinking Olivia also, but it's the obvious. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Krista. Oh, Tracy, like all the seasons. Okay, right. It's weird, Tracy, because for me, I can sleep better in the winter time. Um, but I also don't like going out during the winter time too. Now, Freddie says maybe the storylines will end as well with Holly because by the 15-second previews of G.H. Robert might actually know the truth about Holly working. Yeah, I gotta sit there and watch the previews again because I watched it on let's just sit there and say a bootleg copy. Now Tracy said I'm thinking of going to Colorado for a few days. I've never been there before. Tracy, the one place I actually want to go that I'm going to try to plan a trip next year is the UK. Also, it was funny when Susan and Bonnie were. Yeah, that was. You know what, Mel? I did laugh about that because at that point I was like, you know what? Y'all put in supernaturals, devils, and exorcism, so why not? Krista says Sally is playing those brothers like a game of spades. Hmm. Yeah, Crystal. I mean, she may not be doing it subconsciously, but I can see that. Tracy says, yeah, I sleep better in the winter too, but it's just so cold. I feel like this winter is colder than usual, really. Yeah, yeah, Tracy. It's hard to sleep when it's super cold, but I don't know. I also don't like shoveling snow. Mel says it's cold here in Texas. Yeah, Mel, you and Janet live in the Texas area. And Tracy says I've been to UK. I went to London and enjoyed. Yeah, Tracy. Honestly, tell you the truth, I want to plan a trip to UK. I want to try on a trip to UK. I want to go to a haunted hotel. Um, so I gotta look into how to do that. I don't know, I'm thinking about actually starting me a GoFundMe, and I can like vlog it and stuff like that. That'll be a lot of fun. So that's something I got going on in the works. Yeah, Spider Quick. Apparently, Texas can be cold. Yep, Spider Quick. Yeah, I remember you said that before. You like the snow. Tracy said you would have a good time in London. You have to go on the London Eye. Okay. Yeah, I want to do something. I want to do something like a haunted hotel. That's what I want to do. I want to like. I'll sit there and say it now, but I'll probably sit there and bring it up at some point again. Like I want to spend like a couple of days in a haunted hotel, and I want to live stream it. I want to live stream it. I think that'll be a lot of fun. She said, "Yes, that sounds fun. You should start planning now and doing research." Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Very quick says favorite DC show. What is it? Superman and Lois. I didn't even have to think about that one. Superman and Lois, and then it would be Arrow. No, actually, then it'll be yeah, then it'll be Arrow, then Stargirl. Tracy said you should do it. They have a haunted hotel in Cottonwood, AZ, that I have been to. It's fun. Okay, okay, yeah, no, yes, Tracy, yeah, that's exactly what I'm sitting there and do. Um, I thought about it like maybe like a couple weeks ago, like maybe about 2 months back. I was like, you know what, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing, and like I don't know, like do like a GoFundMe or whatever. And I know GoFundMe is for like, well, GoFundMe is for like different things though, right? Like it's not just like, oh, I need help paying this bill or whatever. Like I know it's for different things. Um, they used to have something else too. It wasn't GoFundMe, but it was something else though. And Family Guy actually made a joke about it. Kickstarter. That's what it is. Hmm. I mean, can I do a Kickstarter? Kickstarter is for like a project though, right? Oh, Spike Quick says, I know. Mel says Victor likes to play chess pieces on the board like Sally is ping pong back and forth with Adam and Nick. I wonder if she's going to say yes to Adam's marriage proposal. I don't know why she would. I mean, she seemed like she wants no parts of him. Spike Quick says it should snow in the parts of New York I'm in. Yeah, no, I listen, I totally agree with that. Um, Tracy says if you're going to do London, try to also go to Paris, take the train. You can get there in a few hours from London. Okay. Tracy, trust me, I'm taking this all in. Long as they got like a little haunted place or whatever, I'm definitely gonna have a lot of fun there. Now Mel says I know about PayPal. Yeah. I mean I know about PayPal too. I don't know. I gotta look more into to GoFundMe and see what it can be used for and like stuff like that. Cause I feel like that's something that I want to do, you know? And I think it'll be a lot of fun for the viewers as well. I mean, be like, because I know some people. Well, I know this one girl that I'm not going to say her name, but she used to do these vlog videos of her sleeping, which is like the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But I figured I can do something like that except for live stream it in like a haunted hotel and see what gets captured. I think that would be pretty fun. But yeah, most of the shows have been good. I think the only one that has been lagging this week, and it has some moments, is GH. Now Freddie says if I was Laura, I would slap that agent for bringing out Lou condition just to get a lead on Valentin and Anna. He was way out of line. Yeah, I mean, he was Freddie, but, given Laura's connection to Valentine and Anna, I can see why he went there. I can see why he went there. I'm not sitting there saying I approve of the tactic, but I can see why he went there. Spider Quick says, I hope GH gets better soon. Spider Quick, you also said, did you watch Days of Our Lives today? I remember you said yesterday you was gonna watch it. Oh, Spider Quick, you missed the second Lulu. Now Mel says, I know it's not over with EJ and Ava because now she wants 30 million, but he wants to see Susan in person, so it'll be a chase with with EJ and Ava. I agree with that. Chase says, honestly, I just opened up an account just for traveling. Any extra money I made or I got as far as B-Day gifts went into that account. That's how I get paid. That's how I pay for it in cash. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. I'll keep that in mind, Tracy. Now Freddie says, yeah, but it was still no, it was. It was. I mean, like I said, Freddie, I don't agree with what he said. I understand. Like Quick says, I gotta try next week. Okay. All right. Let me know how it is. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Tracy says the most expensive thing is the plane tickets. Yeah. Especially because you have to pick there are certain times where it's cheaper throughout the year than others. Yeah, Tracy, I totally forgot about that. Sandy says it's time for Sunny and Nina to break up. Sandy, if hmm, Sandy, it's Maurice that has been pushing for this for so long now. So now Spiderquick says Daisy Flower would quit GH if Nina got pregnant. So, Spiderquick, when I read that and it said Daisy Flower, I was like, wait, Daisy Flower's in the chat? But yeah, Sandy Moore, Maurice, she's been pushing for that for a hot minute. What's good, Valerie? How you doing tonight? Valerie says Max and Austin kiss. Yeah, and then the pointless lovemaking scene with um Anna and Valentine. Now says Charlie Dale needs to leave that crib and stop taunting Ava to now hurt Susan. No, that's her subconscious. That's her. That's in her mind. Like, I'm glad you're good, Valerie. Thank you for joining. Sandy Moon says it's Maurice. It is Maurice, but he's wrong. Yeah, I mean, Sandy, I agree with that to an extent. But I see, Sandy, I try to see it from everyone's point of view. And I know Maurice Bernard has been with, Laura Wright or Carly for years. So I get that he wants to do something different. Valerie says, Anna gotta have it. Yeah. And unfortunately, we had to sit there and all watch. Well, I fast forward past it, but still. Spider says Britt and Jason was the best couple I've ever seen on GH. Senny, if Nina got pregnant, that would be a tragedy. Valerie says, yuck, yuck, yuck sanding. I feel like, I don't want to sit there and say just to put it out there, but I feel like that's a possibility. No, actually, it's not a possibility. Never mind. Because last time I checked, Nina can't have kids, from what I understand. Mel says, I wish Ava tell Xander to let go of Susan and Bonnie somewhere so they can get paid. Freddie says, no, Sandy, Nina don't need to get pregnant. She already has Willow. She also can't get pregnant too, Freddie. Sandy says, I don't want him back with Carl. He could be with anyone else. Okay. So saying if you had to choose, who'd you want Sunny with? Shakira. Oh yes, yes, Shakira. Yes, I'm gonna sit there and watch it once I get done with the live. Thank you for sending it to me. I was just talking about you too, because somebody was asking, was like, "Yo, did you watch the promo?" I was like, "Yeah, Shakira sent it to me, so I'm gonna watch it tonight, though." Thank you. DC's in the chat. Was good. Yeah, no, you good, DC. Spike Quick says DC stop hooking people. Sandy says Maurice got his son on the show. He should be happy. He should be. Sandy. But nepotism and 30 years and I don't know, kind of a I'm not even gonna say this. Spike Chris says that you was late, but not that late. Nah, DC's always on time when he comes in. Ooh, how you doing, Rob? DC says, as the hook, I'm off one week. Yes, DC's in the chat. How you doing tonight, DC? Shakira says I saw you live for days and yeah, no, yeah, Shakira, it was actually good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It had the things I wanted to end. It had the things I wanted to end it. Dave's was actually good today. DC says, what do you think of the James unite with Sabrina? I was so happy for him. DC, what show are you talking about? James and Sabrina. Who's James and Sabrina? Valerie says, hey, okay. Freddie says, Sunny and Nina make me want to barf. Yeah, Freddie, especially with that Sunny kisses. He eats people's faces. Mel says, I have a feeling since Danielle is back that Bill and Lily won't last as a couple. Yeah, no, I've seen that. The writing's on the wall for that. DC says, I'm alright. Honestly, it's been a tough week for me, but I'm hanging in there. Good. Well, DC, I'm always here. You know, I'm always here. Like, just to talk to him. So, DC said, I didn't really, I, I didn't need to really watch the soaps this week. My life was my soap. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, DC. And DC says James and Sabrina, meaning Spencer and Trina. So, DC, why would you sit there and say James and Sabrina? What does that mean? I'm trying to get the reference. Yeah, Valerie, I mean, true. Maurice Bernard loves to eat people's faces when he kisses. Loves to eat people's faces when he kisses. But, to be fair, the actor that plays EJ, when he kissed people, like, he's not acting. Like, I see him actually kiss people, like in a type of research that I like to do kind of way. And DC says James had a video of him with the actors playing. Oh, okay. No, DC, I didn't get. Well, I started watching a little bit of it, then I stopped. I'm gonna watch it before I go to bed. DC says not eat people's faces. Yeah, DC, come on, DC. You saw how Sonny kisses people. I'm not saying that they're saying that's how Maurice Bernard kisses people in real life. I'm talking about Sonny. And DC says I heard in those scenes they're not allowed to give tongue. Okay, DC, tell that to Dan Fogelton or the actor that plays. Really, they're not allowed to use tongue. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Really? Wait, 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 what? Okay, I gotta look that up, DC. I mean, you already sniffed that kissing on the lips. What's the difference with tongue in that? Does it make it a little bit more? Did it make the kiss look a little bit more spicy? I've never heard of that before. Now, of course, I'm going to sit here and try to keep um this live PG-13. She says, yeah, supposedly it's standard in the industry doesn't mean it isn't always with the tongue thing. Yeah, interesting. I didn't know that. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. They're just acting, and when you start using tongue, then that's a that's a different level right there. Um, yeah, I saw a little bit of the previews of that, but not really. Not the one that you sent me tonight. Emma says the situation with Billy and Lily is the same when Sharon had depression that Adam was there for her and Chelsea did not like that. So now Billy is doing the same thing about Chelsea. Lily is mad. Yeah, I mean, now what Chelsea was about to do was serious. And the fact that Lily is still acting all pissy is like, are you kidding me? What's good, Jakaris? How you doing today? Tonight? Jakaris, did you watch Days of Our Lives? Jakaris says, I can't wait for next week's Days. Me too. Freddie says, I'm sorry, but I need to say this right now. I was rooting for Sabrina, but their relationship is too toxic. Rather, they put her with Marie's son or bring in a new love interest for Trina. Something. Okay. I can see that, Freddie. Spider Quick says Anna and Valentine love getting it on together. Yeah. I'm glad you're doing good, Jakaris. How's the Twitter space thing going for you? Are you still doing that? Now, DC says Sharon sweetness with Chelsea made me tear up. Sharon is on her way to be the next matriarch for Y&R. Um, yeah, I mean, given their past, I've heard it was pretty crazy between Sharon and Chelsea. So now Karen says I can't do without the older generation love making scenes. Karen, I can actually do without the love making scenes in general. Like just in general, I don't feel like they're needed. Because I'm still doing that, but nobody have been listening to it lately. Jakaris, how does that work? Does it like when you do it, does it save on Twitter or does it just get deleted after that? Like, how does that work? Karen says, no more kids for Sunny, please. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the lovemaking scenes. I'm really not. And this is coming from a self-admitted, self-admitted pervert. Okay? Just in case people didn't know in the chat, I'm a pervert. But there's a time and a place for everything. And I just feel like it's just Spider Quick says you're behind on the chat. No, I don't really think I am. Unless I missed a couple of people. Way behind. Lisa says my life this week, yeah, it's been giving me Xander and Sarah Kyriakis. Hmm. Freddie says Sonny needs to put a cap on it. No more kids, please. DC says I didn't know kidnap. Oh, I didn't kidnap any baby stuff. Okay, in the chat, am I actually falling? Am I actually behind, or like is the internet lagging or something like that? Because Spikequick said I'm behind, but I don't really feel like I'm behind. But then again, I'm on this end and people on that end. So Antikar says Twitter space. Sometimes you can record the space, and sometimes you don't. Like it really works when you start it. But once you see the mic logo, oh, that's the space. Okay. Spikequick says never mind. Actually, mine's alive on my. Okay. All right, cool. Now, I just want to check. Okay, thank you, DC. Thank you. Now, Freddie says Nick Cannon got like 11 or 12 kids. Freddie, do you know how many kids Eddie Murphy has? Like, quick. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. No, thank you, Spike Freak. I just want to make sure because there's been times I've been behind on a live, so like I get caught up and I start talking. Next thing you know, I'm getting like 4 or 5 messages. So I just want to be on top of that. Now, DC says, so quick question, Albert. If you had to compare your life to any soap opera character, life, who would it be? I don't know, DC. I feel like I'm very boring. I feel like I'm very boring. I can't sit there and say. Now, Jakar says, overall, that's pretty much it. Okay. Jakar says, so Twitter can be messy. Yeah, I've heard, I've heard from Jakar. I've never actually had a problem. I don't, but then again, I don't really post a lot of stuff on Twitter. So, just as I can't tell if you're behind or not, but you're doing a great job in that. Thank you. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. Thank you. Freddie said, Hey, Murphy, just been spreading it around for, yeah. Roof is in the chat. I wouldn't know. I don't do Twitter. I do Facebook and Instagram and messages ran. Those are my outlets. In other words, those are how I do my thing, how I roll. Okay. I hope you're doing good tonight on Roof. Mel says Sharon and Chelsea had a bad history with Chelsea. Oh, Sharon and Chelsea had a bad history with Chelsea having aneurysm. She saw Adam and Sharon kiss. She poisoned Ray and tried. Yeah, now I've heard about that. DC says, well, Nick Cannon doesn't. That's Obama. Oh, Dad, that man had 54 kids. Well, yeah, I mean, DC, that's. I'm not, well, Freddie, I'm not surprised. Like that country, they got their own. hmm, I don't know how to sit there and say, but they got their own. Like they don't see 54 kids that's completely out of control. Like with Eddie Murphy, I think what Eddie Murphy got like 30 something kids. Eddie Murphy got a lot of kids. DC says even during this Chelsea storyline, Adam still comes off. He really doesn't care about her. Really, DC? Because I feel like he's caring about her more now than he did before. Jakar says, Albert, I admit, I know friends aren't important, but sometimes I feel like I'm alone. Most times I don't have any people to talk to most of the time. Jakars, you can always hit me up on Twitter. Like, I do go on there. So if you ever want to sit there and talk, chop it up, like, I'm here. So please don't hesitate. DC says, like, how do you have time for 54 kids? It's giving King Solomon. Ruth said, well, Albert, I do have to agree with you. Say he does need to get. Yeah, Ruth, that's a lot of kids. I mean, you know, yeah, Freddie says 54. That's ridiculous, DC. Monique says Billy wants Adam to fail when it comes to Chelsea and Connor, so Billy can have an excuse to say Adam is still Adam. Yeah, I can see that. But like I said, it's interesting that you say that, DC. As far as oh, Tracy says online says has he only has 7 kids. Okay, I don't know what Tracy. Somebody said he had more kids, but DC says to be honest, this week I've been hella depressed. It's been giving me Chelsea from Y&R, but I'm not jumping off. I'm not jumping off any ledges. DC says just eating a lot of pizza. Oh, DC, that pizza sounds really good. And it's DC. It's funny you were sitting there talking about not having time. So there's a movie. I don't know if anyone's seen it. It's called Don John. It's with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I say that because if you watch Don John, You have to ask yourself, well, you have to ask a couple questions, but the main one is he shouldn't have that much time to do what he's doing because that's just insane. Seriously, it's insane. I only bring that up because DC was talking about. Tracy says, "Sorry, it's more. I see 10. Okay, I mean 10 is still a lot though." Ruth says, "If you had to be a soap opera character, I think it would be Dante." Hmm, maybe Ruth. Just I think just because I like the name Dante, like I really love the name Dante. Ruth, if you had to be a soap opera character, who would you be? And thank you for saying that, Tracy. Sometimes I do miss some of the chats every now and then, but I do always sit there and try to pick up on it. Ruth says, I am, thank you, Albert. I appreciate that very much. I'm doing well. And I hope you are too. And no, you're not boring. Thank you, Ruth. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for being in the chat tonight. Tracy says, I'm having pizza tonight because we are talking about. I gotta sit there and get like a Grubhub account because now y'all talking about pizza. Y'all been talking about pizza this whole week. So now I want some pizza. I also want some Starbucks too. Mel says Tucker's using Diane to get information about Jabal to expose everyone's weaknesses. He is getting brother and sister Abbott, Ashley and Jack against each other. And Devon, yeah, I remember that was part of his plan, Mel. DC says it's the pan pizza from Domino's Supreme style. It's been like well, like I said, DC, I mean, laughing aside, we can always sit there and talk, so oh, you saw Black Panther today. It was okay. Okay. Freddie says the people should know the word condoms. Yeah, that's true. How you doing tonight, Susan? Tracy, what are your thoughts on Black Panther? So I'm interested to know since I did a review on it. Mel says I just had Domino's pizza tonight. Oh, Domino's can actually be really good. Bruce says another good Lord says to be fruitful and multiply, but that's way too much fruit. That's like 3% more fruit than most people have in their lifetime, meaning kids. Yeah. I mean, Ruth, it's maybe 3 kids, I would sit there and say, but at that point, it's like, it's kind of a lot. I can see that. Thank you for joining us, Susan. It's great seeing you. How was your day, Susan? DC says, if I had to compare Albert to a soap opera character for me, it would be Robert Scorpio or Michael from Y&R. Not Devon, because you kept saying a couple of times that I was giving you Devon vibes. Oh, then there's the whole cheating thing. So yeah, I don't know about that. Monique says can't wait for the new Avatar movie. Okay, I never actually seen the first Avatar movie. I know the second one's coming out pretty soon. Now DC says, I'm glad you're doing good, Susan. Susan, what soap operas are you liking so far this week? DC says even 3 is a lot. The Queen of England could barely manage 3. Yeah, Tracy says, has anyone noticed Domino's Pizza and Pizza Hut has changed their ingredients? They don't taste the same. Tracy, I've noticed that. Well, I noticed that with McDonald's. How you doing tonight, Apple? Thank you for joining. Hope you had a good day. Mel says, I can't wait for Saw X. And Insidious 5. Insidious 5 is something that I haven't gotten into. And I think the only one I saw is the first Saw. DC said, okay, my bad, Devon as well. Okay, cool. Because I actually like Devon. I don't know why I like Devon, DC, but I do like Devon. Um, now Susan said B&B waiting for the blow up. Yep, me too. Me too, Susan. I was sitting there joking earlier about Thomas actually putting Douglas in boarding school. And I feel like he would do something like that too. Now DC says Domino's pan pizza is the only pizza I buy from them. The rest is trash. Now Tracy said Chadwick made the movie in part one, so I did miss him being the main character. Yeah, yeah, Tracy. It was sad. It was sad. It was a good. I enjoyed the movie, but I think Tracy. For me, it was the beginning of the movie. The beginning of the movie and the ending credit scene. I was just like, what? Oh, she can like Papa John's. Okay. DC says Devon is just so level-headed and rational when he's not. Yeah, exactly. DC when he's not thinking with the wrong head. He seemed like he's on it. He seemed like he's sharp. And DC says if you had to compare JLJ Media to a soap character, who would it be? And also Brock TV. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. I would have to think about it. What about you, DC? I'll have to think about that. Tracy says his sister did okay, but I'm not sure why they kept pushing certain sexualities throughout the movie. That was interesting. Yeah, Tracy, I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice the whole sexuality thing. But I think just because me personally, I don't really care who somebody's sleeping with. Um, Shakira says lost pizza too. I never. Huh. Now Susan said Brock TV will be Curtis. Oh, okay. Mel says I can't believe that Nick is accusing Adam of being narcissistic when he gave him his own kidney from Faith. Nick and Shannon daughter and saved Nick in Kansas from a tornado. Wow. Hard to believe that from Adam, but okay. I guess he does have his good qualities at times. Oh, I love the tornado emoji. That's cool. DC says that's why I can't be Devon. I'm scared to cheat in real life. I wouldn't want to turn into a soap to a lifetime movie. Susan says JLJ will be Carter. Interesting. Very interesting. Freddie says I can't wait for the American Music Awards. Lionel Richie to receive the Hall of Fame and to be honored. Yeah, Freddie, I do like some of Lionel Richie's music. I'm not gonna lie. Tracy says he did a great job paying tribute to him. Yes, they did. They did, Tracy. They did. It was, Tracy. And when they did that, it's like you felt the energy in the movie theater. You know, it was pretty good. I can't. I mean, I hope it does well, and they do a Black Panther 3. I'd be with it. Oh, Freddie's coming on Sunday. Okay. I hope he does good. I mean, I hope he gets it. It's weird. I don't really watch a lot of music awards, but I mean, I'm rooting for the dude. DC says that's right. Adam did save Nick from a tornado and gave his daughter a kidney transplant. What's good, Stacks? How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. DC says I see JLJ as more of Stephanie on Brooke if you're looking at B&B and a Scott Baldwin. If it's, you know what, DC, I can see this. I can see the Scott, and I can see the Stephanie too. Tracy says this is Marvel. No, Tracy says this is a Marvel movie. A lot of kids will watch it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. I get what you're saying now, Tracy. Okay. I see. I get what you're saying now. Oh, Tracy, I'm actually looking forward to Ant Man and the Wasp, or like Ant Man 3. I did love Ant Man 2, even though there wasn't really a lot of stakes. Um, I also love Evangela Lilly though too. Okay. Emphasis. I can see Scott also. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that also. That's a really good analogy, DC. Like on point. Very, very, very on point. Tracy, I don't know if you saw the previews to Ant-Man, but I'm looking forward towards that too though. Tracy said she's the very end of the movie look like there's more. Yes, Tracy. Yeah, they said at the end it was like Black Panther would be back or sure would be back in Black Panther 3. So it's and of course uh, they had Namor. I like Namor. He says I can also see Abbott as Finn from GH. Hmm. DC, is that a good thing? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Tracy, are you more Marvel or DC? Or do you like both? DC said I can also see Abbott as Finn. Hmm. DC, who do you think your character will be? Mel says Elena took up for Nate that he has screwed up and flew close to the sun to get burned, and he betrayed his family, but Devon betrayed Amanda for sleeping with Abby and destroyed them. DC says Finn or Robert Scorpio Faber. Who do you think that? Well, DC, who do you think that you would be? Stax says Abby's playing victim again. Yeah, Staxon is every time she does that, Stax it pisses me off. Tracy says I like Batman. Yeah, I like Batman too. Freddie says I might. No, Freddie says I might think about watching the new biopic movie. I want to dance with somebody of Whitney Houston coming out December 20. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I saw the previous towards that. I think yeah, if you're a Whitney Houston fan, I think you'll like it though. Ruth says so. Yesterday I watched a movie called Love and Thunder. Yum, and that movie was absolutely heavenly. Welcome to the jungle. Yes, Ruth. Yes, I love that movie. It was a little sad though, but I loved it though. Um, Stack says I knew Robbie was setting. Yeah, Stack. I'm surprised that Holly fell for it though. DC says on what show are for or in regarding. No, DC for any. We're talking about the shows. So any four of the shows, like who do you see your character being? Ethel said Victor has control of Holly. You really think so? I mean, like Ethel, you mean like mind control, or like he's blackmailing her? Like if you don't do this, I'm gonna nix your son. Mel says Megan and Mind Cage want to sing. Yes, Mel. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see Megan. I gotta look for the previous to Mind Cage stuff. Oh, Blackman. Yes, Ethel. Yes, definitely. DC says for GH Nicholas Days, Sunny, YNR, Nick, and Sharon, B&B Liam, with a little bit of Thomas. DC, I can see Liam. I can't see Thomas, but I can see Liam in you though. DC, which is I think this is probably why I actually like Liam a little bit, his personality. Monique says I wonder if Robbie was wearing a Victor mask. Ooh, interesting. Shakira says Megan on Mondays. Oh, you mean like when she's coming back? Megan halfway, right? Now, Stack says, well, he'd be smitten with her, but Laura told him more than once. Yeah. Yeah, Stacks. And you know what? He finally listened. So I'm like, bro, you need to start thinking up here. Tricia says, I wonder if Chadwick's sister part two and they decide to go in a different direction. Tricia says, I think I like both, but I may be more of a Marvel. Yeah, I can see that, Tracy. I can see that. DC, I love DC. I love their movies, but I feel like DC is for a different crowd, than Marvel. Like with Marvel, you're gonna have fun watching those movies. It's gonna be exciting, but you're also gonna laugh. There's gonna be humor. With DC, kind of varies, you know. It's like they try to throw in humor for Black Adam, and it worked, but Shakira says yes, Megan on days and Hope better watch out. Yes, okay, Monday. Okay, wow. Okay, I'm looking forward to that. Now DC, now DC says for GH, I can actually see Albert as Curtis or Ned. Hmm. Yeah, I gotta think about that. That's a really good question, DC. I gotta think about what character I would actually be. Monique says another Batman's coming out on HBO Max. Batman Vengeance. Monique, when is that coming out? Because I may actually have to get back my HBO Max subscription. Yeah, no, Megan. I mean, Monique, definitely tell me when that's coming out. Or if you have an idea, let me know. I'm just about to sit there and get my Amazon Prime so I can watch The Boys at some point. Stack says Sam got Cody number, but I wonder what did. Cody's wrong for that. It's probably nothing. But it could be something now. And I'm wondering what it is too. Shakira says if was on days or GH, I love to play. I'll play love and hate characters. Okay, love and hate characters. I mean that makes sense. I mean I feel like sometimes those are the best characters when you really think about it. Freddie says I still think it would be better if they use Alex instead of Holly. Yes, me too. Freddie, 100%. 100%. It was such a letdown when it was a mask. Like, really? I mean, I get the fact that, okay, Alex might have been a little bit predictable, but it would have made sense, though. It would have made sense. And, Freddie, that's why they didn't talk about Alex being a possibility. Stack says, whatever it is, they were kids. Yeah, exactly. Unless it was like a dead body or something. You're right, Stacks. DC says now, which woman once you age could you see yourself marrying? I could see you with Sam. You know, I would say that, but I think I would go with Holly. I would go with Holly because of the accent. Sam got the curves. I will admit Sam got the curves, but I would go with Holly. Mel says, "What about you, DC? What about you? Who would you?" I don't even know if I can sit there and answer that because you're not single, but hell, I'm gonna ask you anyway. Who would you see yourself with married? You have a pick of all four of the shows. So you can pretty much just go ham with it. You can have two. You can have two. Mel says Hope Brady. Everyone thought she was dead, but Stefano and Dr. Roth had her input in a microchip and Hope to brainwash her as Princess Gia. Hope she is not Gia to be returning with Bo. Yeah, I heard about that. Janice says Shasha is pretty. Yeah, Janice, she is pretty. She is pretty. I don't know. You know, I mean, for me, when I look at that, it's like, yeah, she's pretty, but is she hot? You know, like Sasha's pretty, Sam is hot. You know, and I love Holly's accent. Now, Disa says, why Holly? Just because of the accent, because I feel any other woman on GH would be annoyed with them because most of the women on GH are high maintenance and slightly annoying at times. DC, I, here's the thing. I want to sit there and say Portia. Portia will be my second. Portia will be my second. Mel says I could see you. I could see you either marrying Ashley or Donna. Yes, yes. Hell yes, Mel. Hell to the yes. Janice says definitely different. Definitely different. Sam is hot. Yes, yes, she is. She is Janet. I mean, she gets on my nerves at times. Like really gets on my nerves. But I mean, the love making will be very passionate. Now Shakira says if played a feminine villain, I want to be good villain like Kristen. Yes, I can see that. That sounds pretty cool, Shakira. Freddie says I really hope Sunny stops Gladys before she makes an idiotic mistake. Yeah, Freddie, but she will. Sunny's too busy with Nina and whatever foolishness that's going on with that. Stack says I feel bad for Sasha. Gladys gonna spend all her ends. Nina needs to watch her. Now, DC says for me on GH it will be Michael because I need X. Days I would say Trip, B&B Thomas. He's nice with a sense of danger. Okay. YNR said, YNR Nick. Nick just seems like that type. So DC, you like the bad boys. Okay. DC said, would do you right? Would do right by you. Ruth said, I think Brock was easily be good at being courteous. He would know how to cut the fat to the information at hand and not take BS from anybody. That's true. No, it's cool with you, cars. I'm. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming back. DC since nowadays, I think Abby would. Yeah, DC. I would know DC for Y and R. It would be Ashley. But yeah, DC. I could see myself with Chloe. I could. She annoys me, but she got curves though. Gabby would. Yeah, Gabby would be too high maintenance, and she would just. Ugh. Like it's really funny, DC. Like Allie, if she wasn't so much of an annoyance, like if she had a better personality and didn't seem like a moron, I would sit there and say Allie. But Allie just comes across as a moron, so there's that. Monique says some of the things Adams bring on himself. He had a good thing with Sally, but he ruined it like two like boys, two men said, don't wait till your water runs dry. Yeah, Monique, I mean, I'm only trying to give him a pass because he only did it to try to have her keep her job. Now, I mean, granted the way he went about it, but his heart was in the right place. Stack says Sally and Nick are boring. Jakar says for days I would marry between Johnny and Chanel. Hmm. DC says for marrying Michael Quartermain would be he's a stand-up guy and I have access to the town. I have the protection of the Spencers, the Corinthos, and no, okay, so DC, your strategy, okay. DC is very strategic with it. Bruce says Lionel Richie is pretty much on the groove side music. Plus, I think he was also in Star Wars. No, I know who you're talking about, Bruce, but that's not him now. Billy D. Williams. That's who I think you're talking about. DC says, see, on days I wouldn't mind marrying Johnny T, but he seems a little too narcissistic at times. I like calm and quiet personalities. DC, what about EJ? What about EJ? Freddie says Miss Wu's gonna leave Sasha penniless. Yes. And it's gonna be hilarious. Okay, that's okay. Let me take that back. It's not going to be hilarious. It's actually going to be pretty sad, but it's going to be interesting to watch. Man, that sound really evil. That actually sounds pretty dickish. Um, Chikara says again, I want better writing for Johnny DeMera. Yeah, DC says, well, actually, for days it will be Xander for me. I feel I could be myself with someone like them. Like I wouldn't have to fake anything. That's true, DC. That's why, that's why I would want Gwen to be with him instead of Sarah. When he says, "Don't know who character on a soap I would be," I'm quiet and sometimes shy, but when look gets me, yes, Monique, that liquid courage. Now, Jakar says, "I feel like the writers favor Ali more than Johnny." I can see that. Jenna said, I didn't like Taylor's dress today. Very unflattering." Yeah, Jen, I look forward to watching that. Susan says, "I'll take EJ." Jakar says, "Johnny has potential, but them writers just won't write him right. I'm going to support the younger characters no matter what." It's cool, Jakaris. DC says, "I couldn't marry EJ. EJ seems like the type that threatens to kill you if you disagree with him over breakfast." You're too much, DC. Ruth said, "I wish they would bring back the nurses' ball. On General Hospital, the first one they got to find Lucy. They got to find Lucy. It wouldn't be the same without her." Hmm. I don't know. I mean, well, teach his own, Ruth. I respect your. I don't know, but I respect your trying to be as diplomatic as possible. I respect your opinion there. I mean, there was singing. There was something. Bell says everyone is the golden child in the Newman family, and Adam is the black sheep because he has a dark past. Shakira says Thomas need to be busted, and I don't like the way he's treating Douglas. Yeah, yeah, me out there. Freddie says you too. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty dickish, but well, no, that's pretty much all. It was just dickish. Freddie, I think it would just be interesting to see. You know, be interesting to see. DC says I could see Albert with Stephanie or even Bella. You know, DC, I could probably sit there and say Bella. I would sit there and say Bella. Jakar says I really want to see some edge on Johnny Lake. Yes, I agree with that, Jakars. Monique says I was in X Men. I was into X Men. I used to collect yes, me too, Monique. Me too. I used to love the show, the X Men show on Fox in the mornings. I feel like even after they kept coming out with the cartoons, nothing was able to top that one. Like, seriously. Shakira says I see Albert with Mr. Yo, yes. Thank you, Shakira. Thank you. I totally forgot about that. I would take Melinda Trash in a heartbeat. Chloe would be second. But Melinda, yes. Thank you, Shakira. How the hell did I not think about that before? I almost feel like kicking myself for that. Now, Monique says 2023, go to YouTube and see the trailer for Ben Affleck. It's the Batman. Oh, Monique, I'm actually going to do that. Thank you. Now says I think that Douglas needs to go back to live with Liam and Hope because his dad is treating him bad. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Shakira. I totally forgot about Melinda. How the hell did I forget about Melinda? I mean, she's angry at times, but my God, that woman is something else. And I don't know. Here's the thing: I don't normally go for like soap opera, like Hollywood type, but Melinda, she's on a whole nother level. Thank you again, Shakira. Susan says, I wonder if there will be many guesses as all guests at Ridge and Taylor's wedding. That should be interesting, Susan. Didn't Denise Richards' character come back for a little bit? I totally missed that, right? We say Chris did a wonderful job, and the little girl that played his adorable daughter. Oh man, was that so cute? She was adorable. Yes, 100% agree with that. Ruth Stack says, I don't understand if Gladys is Sasha's guardian, why she would have access to her money without her permission. Stacks. I mean that was what the court like. The court decided that because she was a danger to herself and everyone else around her. Jakar says, I have a feeling that Paulina and Chanel are just going to fade away. What makes you say that? DC says, as. Mel says, you also said, Kristen, yes. Thank you. Well, I guess Chloe got to sit there and go down to number 3. Lennon number 1, Chris number 2. Janice said, you will make an exception for you. Damn right I want you. You damn right I will. DC says, as Melinda trash the district attorney, yes. Yes, DC. Yes. That chick is fire, and she makes a hell of a lot of mistakes. But like Janice said, I will make an exception for her. Like many. Shakara says Jada don't even have a family member. Like she needs someone. Yes, that's true. Stack says I remember Lucy shenanigan every year. DC says I agree. Oh, okay. Now Susan says if I could be any character on GH, it would be Miss Wu. Yeah, Miss Wu. Love me some Miss Wu. Mel says why are they saying something should team up with Cyrus because they are criminals? Sheila, team up with Cyrus because they're criminals. Well, yeah, it's kind of weird because they're like on different shows. DC says, so wait, Albert, you go for Kristen. Why does I love Demira so much? Notice I never mentioned the Demira. I value my life. Kristen's the type that will poison you in your sleep and go to your funeral in the morning. Yeah, that's true, DC, but she's angry. She has fire. Okay, she has fire. And let's just sit there and say, in the right type of settings, like the bedroom, it'll be a hell of a fun time. And again, thank you, Shakira, because I sit there and reevaluate my list. I did say Chloe because Chloe got courage, even though she annoys the hell out of me. But Melinda will be at the top of that list. And then Kristen. And I guess Chloe by default because I can't do Gabby. And Allie is just an idiot. DC said, oh no, Stack says I can't wait till Sunny confronts Carly. I saw a preview where bricks go off. Yes. Stacks, I saw a little bit of that too. I gotta watch it more clearer. Shakira says I'll be passionate with EJ or Xander. I'm doing good, Jonathan. How you doing? Jonathan, I saw the sword fight. I saw this. I'm not gonna lie. I was Jonathan, I was thoroughly impressed when I saw that sword fight. And I thought about you afterwards. I was like, that was a really good call, Jonathan. Now DC says, but see, that's all you're thinking about is the fire. She brings to the bedroom, but what about Kristen's fire would bring to you if she let you? Yeah, but you know what, DC, I feel like she could be like a really good partner in crime. Like she can take care of herself, you know? She wouldn't be the damsel in distress, you know? Now, Maxie says, Monique says Maxie at times gets on my nerves. You would think Having an uncle and a godmother as a former SWB spy agent, her father commissioned she would be better at reading people. Exactly. Yes, Jonathan. Days is the best. What's good, Nate? How you doing tonight? Now, yes, great call, Jonathan. Great call. How you doing tonight, Nate? DC says Melinda and Kristen are very manipulative women. I see a pattern with yeah, DC. We all got our patterns. We all got our patterns. Find yourself a hot girl here. No, I'm good. Um, why would I want to sit there and find a hot? There we go. No, I would not like to find a hot girl. Cigar says they are slowly burning Sabrina. DC says I think I wouldn't mind Kristen locking up in the dungeon. I see what. Yeah, like I said. But I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, it's more than just the fire, though. Like I would want somebody that could be like a really good partner in crime. I feel like Kristen is that chick. Johnson said, "Would you like to see more scenes like that?" Yes, yes, Jonathan, I would. It's funny. I actually really enjoy some of the older clips of Days of Our Lives. Mel says, "If you could pick between Ava or Gwen, hmm, Mel, I would go with Gwen because of the accent. Yeah, I would go with Gwen. She's not terrible looking either. So, Carl says, but Sabrina's getting all the love, and I'm here for it." Monique says, "When will your next live be?" Oh, DC. DC, when is your next live gonna be? DC. Yeah, when is your next live stream gonna be, DC? Freddie says, I know what I'm going to make. I know what I'm gonna make and also eat for Thanksgiving. Peach cobbler. Oh, I love peach cobbler. Mac and cheese, potato salad, dressing, cranberry sauce, greens, mashed potatoes, ham and turkey, and banana pudding. Freddie, I feel like you're about to make half of the people in the chat just stop and just start eating at this point because you're creating quite the spread there. Now, Freddie says strawberry shortcake and a glass of wine. Okay. Johnson says spoilers indicate that Ava and Susan will be in the car. Yeah. Um, I gotta watch it tonight. I gotta watch the previews. DC says I do feel it's good to watch classic clips to understand the emotional carrying the storyline. That's true, DC. Stack says Brick now knows Nina's messiness. Yep. Jakar says I'm about to go. Have a good night, DC. I mean, have a good night, Jakar. Thank you for joining. It was great seeing you in the chat. Now, DC says, I honestly don't know for my next live, guys. Maybe next week dealing with some life changing current. See, so it may be a while. Well, DC, the supporters do miss you, though. But I know they'll understand. So you do it when you're ready. And if you ever want me to sit there and jump on live or do a live for you, we can do that too. Johnny sends stuffed mashed potatoes with beef are awesome. Shakira says on days I would have more fire with AJ like that song Freak. Freak Me. Hmm. Now says Jonathan EJ will be chasing behind Ava. So okay. Yeah, I gotta watch that preview. Stack says why Sunny chatty catty telling Nina all Carly's business. Yeah, exactly. I hmm, I agree with that, Stacks. Johnny says I remember watching clips with Jane having Sean locked up in the what? DC says, I know I miss those who support me as well. I just get concerned my energy will translate on camera since I've been dealing with a lot. Yeah, Nah, you gotta do it when you're ready. You gotta do it when you're ready. Like I said, DC, DC, if you want, you can sit there and join a live for me for a little bit. Even if you don't stay that long, just let me know when, and I'll do StreamYard. You can come on for like maybe 15 minutes or whatever. We could just work it out. This way, you the supporters will still, you know what I'm saying. Monique says we have three different kinds of turkey: baked, deep fried, oof, rotisserie, two kinds of mashed potatoes, instant and from scratch, two kinds of mac and cheese. Damn, y'all are making me hungry, Monique. Thank you, Hippie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, if you can hit the like button, that really does help. We have 28 people in the chat. My God. Yeah, so if you can hit the like, that definitely does help me out. Thank you, Hippie. Scared says I would hook up with Alex too. DC says I thought of that too. It may be easy to join one of your lives. Yeah, definitely, DC. Definitely. We'll talk it out. We'll work it out, and we're gonna have a lot of fun doing it, DC. Mel says no toll, only Ali and sharing about the lost. Oh no, he did. Okay. Shakira says Nicholas on GH is freaky too. Hippie says I will hook up with Bo on days. Stack says GH was action packed in Luke and yeah, and Sean Don. Yes, yeah. Stacks. I've been watching a little bit of Dion's Corner. He's been doing a reaction videos of classics GH stuff, and this it's good stuff. Johnson says a challenge for everyone. Name a soap scene scarier than Days scene with Andre got attacked by a tiger. Hmm, it's a good one. Saturday AM was my life. X-Men, the Power Rangers, and Rescues. Yes, yes, Monique. Yes, same. And I used to hate waking up early in the morning. So if I woke up that early in the morning, it was some good stuff. Especially, I used to watch Sonic on ABC in the mornings. How you doing tonight, Hippie? Thank you for joining. I'm sorry I didn't say that before. Yeah, thank you for joining. Freddie says Nina is crazy. She needs to go to Ferncliff. Like how Nell put Carly in that crazy. Yeah. Well, she definitely needs some therapy. I know that much. Steph says Scotty was in love with Heather Weber. Hmm. Johnson says Fox Kids, Kids WB, and Disney siding was yes. Yes, I totally agree with that, Jonathan. Um, and I used to watch both. I used to try to watch both. I would like pick and choose like Batman and then well pretty much most of the lineup of Fox. Amazing. Back in the day they used to actually have some really good shows. Mel says the scariest storyline with Sammy and Brady was also exciting, but they stopped it. Hippie says pretty good. I hurt my foot, so it's taking a little time to get up. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Hippie. I hope you heal up soon. That sucks. So I hope you heal up pretty soon. I do. It's been, well, nearly about 2 hours. Well, almost 2 hours. John says, I remember watching Batman. Yes. Fox, yes. And John, I watched both of them. I watched the Batman on, well, I think you know what I'm talking about. I watched the one with Kevin Conroy or Conroy, and then I watched the other Batman as well. But I never finished that one though. Monique says, "Could you imagine if Scott and Heather plan work to raise Jason? How would he?" Oh, I didn't know about that. Yeah, Jonathan. No, yeah, I did watch Batman Beyond, but there was another Batman after Batman Beyond. It was just called The Batman. Hippie, I will be okay. That's why. Okay. Well, yeah. Hippie, I'm glad you're just listening now. Like even if you can't, talk it out, I appreciate you just listening. Shakira says, "Who ladies would you hook up on site? YNR, BNB, and GH." Um, ooh, BNB would be Donna, YNR be Ashley, and GH. Hmm, if I couldn't get with Holly, I would sit there and say Portia. Yeah, Jonathan, that was good. Yeah, that was a good one. I also like Batman Beyond now too. I think it was a little kind of weird having a different Batman not be Bruce Wayne, but I enjoyed it though. Yeah, no, Shakira, that would be my pick. The scariest one is with Ben being the necktie killer. Interesting. But yeah, it's almost about 10 o'clock out here in New York. So I think I'm going to probably end the stream right here just because I got to wake up super early. And I was super tired today. So I want to try to not be a zombie because I just can't stand that feeling. To answer your question from yesterday, GH does need a new Jason. Oh, okay. All right, Jonathan. So you're in favor of a new Jason. I feel like you're not the only person, though. But I do want to thank everyone, and I truly mean this from by my heart. I want to thank everyone for joining tonight. It's Friday night. I know most people are usually just out and about. So the fact that you came on my live means like the absolute like the world to me. So I do want to thank everyone for joining. This was hella fun. And you know, I have such a good time doing these lives and it's because of everyone here. So if I didn't sit there and tell you that enough, I just want to appreciate y'all being on here. Oh yeah, no, Spike Kick. Yeah, no, I'm gonna end the night. I'm gonna end the live right now just because it's getting kind of late. I gotta wake up super early. I feel like one day I want to try to do it till at least 10 o'clock though, on a night where I'm not like working. Have a good night, Jonathan. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Hippie. Feel better soon. Have a great and amazing weekend. Have a good night, Apple. And thank you for joining again, Spider Quake, Hippie, Jonathan. Have a good night, DC. You are a very good multitasker. I never actually watched Goodfellas. Good night, Freddie. Thank you for joining. Good night, Ethel. Good night, Mel. Stay safe, everyone. I don't know if DC's still in the chat, but if you are, you have a good night as well. Janet, yes, you have a good night. I was like, what? Somebody was in the chat. Yeah. You have a good night, Janet. Thank you for watching. I know you're busy like working and stuff like that, so I appreciate you being on here. Even just listening, that means the world to me. That goes for everybody else here. Um, Stay safe, everyone. I look forward to seeing everyone back on Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Pacific Standard Time. Oh, and also, a couple people have said that my thumbnails have been coming across very clickbait. So I just did it because I thought it was fun. Have a good night, Karen. Thank you for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you being here tonight. I mean, I just did the thumbnails because I thought they were fun, but I was never trying to clickbait people. But just because of that, and I do always like to take people's like feedback. I'm probably not going to be doing like the super crazy thumbnails anymore. Because I don't feel like I need thumbnails to try to get people to watch my videos. You know. Thank you, Spider Quake. I appreciate that. Now says I hope Douglas says the secret next week. Yeah, that'd be epic, Mal. That would be. Yeah, thank you, Spider Quake. Yeah, I just did it just because it was fun. But yeah, moving forward, I won't be doing any of that anymore. So um yeah. Have a good night, Stacks. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate you being in the chat. And same thing for everyone. If I didn't say have a good night, oh Kenya, I think I said have a good night to Kenya. And if I didn't, have a good night, Kenya. Oh, and Isaiah. Have a good night, Isaiah. Stay safe. Everyone have a great, amazing weekend, and I will see everyone back here on Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Pacific Standard Time, or New York time zone. Stay safe, everyone. I'll see y'all in the next live stream and reviews. Yeah, that's fine.